Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4. We're going to be using the Aprilia RS250RM from 2001, right here in the shorter variant of the French Riviera circuit. Now, I did a time trial on this one a long time ago when I was trying to push for the top spot, and I think either I was beaten by a cheater or something occurred and I never actually ended up doing the video in the end. So I thought I'd make my return and try and get another world record here in the shorter variant of the French Riviera. So with using the Aprilia, something I have to mention, I have upgraded it. Well, I don't think you can upgrade it, it's an RM version, but it is part of one of the DLC packs. If you don't have the spike, you're out of luck, unfortunately. But I did notice that no matter what tyres I chose for this particular track, the rear tyre stayed freezing cold. So running a soft front, soft rear, I'm going to try maybe the medium front at the start and then change it over, but I did find that for me the soft felt pretty good. But across the line for the very first time we're looking at a 107.080, and I will tell you, as a quick look at the leaderboards, a 107 is not going to get the job done, so we're going to have to start pushing a little bit harder, get used to the Aprilia rather sharpish, and start churning out those fast lap times. So you're going to find in this video, and in your own experience if you do try and tackle this particular challenge, you're going to get extremely close to the walls, and you have to be very brave and very confident going near in some of the change of direction, such as this corner here, going into the right hand side, going close to the wall, and then charging down the straight to go firm on the brakes in just a moment's time, roughly around where the sort of zebra crossing on the lines there, not the zebra crossing, but some sort of lines in the middle of the track there. I can't remember what those actual particular terms are, but following the chevrons around the circuit you can see where we need to go as we get the change of direction to the left and lean it in to the right hand side. 110 miles an hour, going to reach up to possibly 120 in a moment as we get it on the left hand side, and we bring on the power to get across the line. For the second time of asking, it is a 106.287, so already a 0.7 of a second improvement, pretty good stuff. But the difference between a rolling start and the flying lap, so one is controlled by the AI and of course the next is controlled by yourself, much different. You get a dramatic amount of time to improve upon using the Ghost compared to when you actually run that line out into the final corner yourself. So bear that in mind if you're going to be doing a final fast lap on this one. It will potentially be on the lap that follows on from another one, if that makes sense. You won't be using the restarted flying lap at any point. You will see what I mean if you give it an attempt. But into turn 8 now, it's a really difficult corner. I lost the front there a couple of times in this video. You're going to see a couple of cuts and edits for me to get back onto the bike pretty sharpish. Even after this particular lap, I did make a mistake and lose the front into that innocuous turn 8. But bringing on the power, the rear tyre is still cold, even though we're ragging the heck out of this Aprilia. Across the line, is it 105? It is a 105.491 on board the Aprilia, so pretty good stuff so far. But once again, restarting it via the flying lap, still very strong going into the first corner. You can actually carry a lot more speed than you originally believe, so I think a lot of time can be gained in the first corner. But now with a change of direction and a bump into the wall there, helmet and spiddy leathers getting pushed against the wall, not ideal. But we're still neck and neck with the transparent DrAce there as we'll go to the right hand side now, getting close to the walls. Not quite as close as we are 34,000th of a second down on the previous lap time, but if we're strong on the brakes here, which I do believe we can be, pretty firm on the brakes, not as much rear brake. I did find the rear began to really slip from underneath us using a heavy amount of rear brake, so I'm avoiding that for now. But the change of direction past the marshals to the left hand side and then launch it to the right, keeping it in, almost touching the wall, and almost touching the wall once again. Oh, look how close that is. Helmet just inches away from touching the wall. Very close, but this time around, see the difference between the flying lap and a continuous lap. The difference is night and day, so if you can, try and continue pushing. Now, of course, I didn't continue the laps because I don't really want to mess up the final count with all invalid laps, for example, but it's made a big difference. That's at least a couple of tenths of a second in the pocket of DrAce right now, so we're going to keep on pushing into Belvedere for turn 6 as we get the change of direction for turn 7. Massive power there. This is where I got the thumbnail, by the way, right up against that wall here in the French Riviera. But now bringing on the power just beyond the 150 metre marker, braking it in, gently tapping the rear brake to slow us down somewhat as we go into turn 8. The tyres still gripped, good stuff so far as we'll now bring it to the left hand side. I really love this version of circuit, by the way. It's a very fast and flowing track, ideal for the 250s, ideal for the 300s, and even maybe some of the bigger bikes as well. I think I tried it last time with an R1 and I had a good time here in French Riviera. But across the line, it's a 105.349. I did feel we were going to improve it a little bit more than that, but look at the grip from the Aprilia. Really brilliantly handled around the first corner. Now as we go into the left hand side for Palmiers, still neck and neck with the Ghost. Even if we did get that benefit, we still have the Ghost just right there on our tail as we're now dropping into the right hand side. Coming out of that corner there as well, guys, turn 5. Don't downshift to first gear. I found that the bike went really sluggish in first gear, so you might find yourself doing better with second gear rather than dropping it down to the lowest gear possible and trying to get the oomph out of those corners. But onto the brakes again with a lot of front brake, a lot of rear brake as we now dip it in to turn 8. As we almost lost the front there, goodness me. Bike just tipped away from us ever so slightly, ever so gentle, but we still have the bike and we're still pretty confident right now as we get the change of direction into Pont, into the left hand side for 12. Look how close we were at the wall there. Another massive collision here in the French Riviera, but across the line, unfortunately I did end up making another mistake, bumping into the wall, so we're going to give it another go, but this time around from the autopilot start. Not lost as much as I would have thought, and we're brave into the first corner, and bear in mind the rear tyre has got quite a nice amount of grip until it just goes really cold. Now I'm not running any traction control, I'm not running any anti-wheelie either, gotta try and say that too many times fast, and also only engine brake on 2. Didn't really change anything else, you know me, if you didn't know, you know now. I don't use any setups, this is completely default standard settings, everything remains the same. The only thing I did change was the electronics, and that was it. So now bringing on the power as we slide the rear for bonus style points in turn 8. Nice tight apex there, we actually got ahead of the Ghost for the very first time on this particular lap, and the change of direction coming into the final bit, we could potentially be improving this lap time. So the change of direction for turn 12, sorry, almost at 13 as we now bring on the power, get across the line, and this could very well be a 105 low. Oh, it couldn't have been any lower. It could not have been any lower, but we have a couple more laps in us, I do believe. So let's continue on. Little bit of a refresh once again. Another mistake coming in the corners down here. This is where the part where it really caught me off guard. Turn 2 for Palmiers, and I've almost done it again. Trying to go as tight as you like there, just super close to the wall. Couldn't get any closer without actually hitting it. Unbelievable. Ran it a little bit deep in there for Palmiers, or to Belvedere for turn 6. Still neck and neck with the Ghost, but we've got to get this pace, this rhythm going. Got to keep on pushing and see if we can improve. Down by 34,000 of a second once more. We're going to be looking to the right hand side. There's the Marshals, brake just after them as we now go to the left hand side for turn 8. Signs there on the right hand side letting you know which way to go. There's only one possible way to go into turn 8, and that is through it and beyond. So into turn 10. We'll have to change of direction now for 11 for Pont, keeping it in nice and tight. Change of direction for 12. Keep it in, keep it in, keep it in, and bring on the power. It's not quite going to be enough to improve, but we're going to get a great drive across over the line. Look at the gap we've made. Look at the gap we made on the Ghost. Already, this could be something else. There's a world record beckoning DrAce once more here in my video here from French Riviera. I thought I was going to lose the front then, but we're still neck and neck with the Ghost. Change of direction to the left hand side. That's a good entry. Gone a little bit more gentle here, keeping it in nice and tight for 5. Change of direction for 6 for Belvedere. A little bit of front brake there. Oh, bumping the wall as well for good measure. That may have cost us. That may have cost us dearly. 97,000 of a second. We have dipped behind the Ghost, but for how much longer? I cannot end this video with a 105.068. When you're that close to the next increment a second, it's impossible for me to stop. Got to get it. We're going to push to the maximum. And of course, guys, if you are enjoying the video so far, be sure to hit the like button and consider subscribing as well for more fantastic content just like this one today. But here we go then, guys. This will be lap 9 complete, so we're going to do about 10 laps in this one. Got to get it done. The 104, we need it. I want it. Let's keep on pushing. Only a slight bit of trail break going into the right, left-hand side there as we now go to the left-hand side once more. Keep it in, keep it in, keep it in, keep it in. Nicely done. Change direction to the right just briefly and then launch it to the left. Brake nice and early here and gradually bring the motorcycle into the right side. Excellent, excellent entry into turn 5 and exit even better. Excellent entry into 6. Exit was perfect, ideal line coming out to turn 6 and we're up by 0.3 of a second. Is this the lap? Turn 8 is going to be the big braking point here. Braking it in nice and gentle, nice and relaxed, keep it in nice and tight. Don't panic, bring on the power, and hopefully we've got this one coming home for a 104. Don't know what it's going to be. If we go anything by the sector time, it could be a 0.3 of a second advantage. To the left we'll go. Keep it in, watch out for that little dip in the track. No, didn't actually hit it that time around, so that will give us some extra points. But across the line, we are going to go. It's a 104.795. Brilliant. We got it. The world record should be ours. I'll take a look in a moment, but for now, those are my lap times on screen. So a good, well, actually, an excellent improvement there from where we started. So really enjoyed that one. Hope you guys are going to take on the challenge as well. So guys, there it is. DrAce, top of the pile. Everything balanced as life should be. Aprilia RS250 RM 2001 is now challenge available for you guys to tackle. So give it a try. Let me know how you get on. Come and join the Discord server and post your screenshots and results in there. But guys, thank you very much for watching the video. I do hope you enjoyed. It's been a fast-paced one. I hope you enjoyed that one. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now. Oh hi! Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.